I didn't plan on doing another video tonight, but in fact, any videos today because I had a tooth pulled yesterday. Eh, don't think you saw that. It's far back there. Anyways, it happened in Spring, Texas, which is a bit different for me because I don't hardly ever hear anything about Texas. Usually, it's people talking about illegal immigrants or succession, which has never happened in the past. How long have they been threatening to succeed again? Don't know. Or people making fun of Texas. Now, this is one of the first shootings that I've heard about that has actually happened in a no-gun zone. Unless those neighborhoods were those super nice neighborhoods that get blocked off and they have their own special set of rules. You know, the private neighborhoods where all the rich white folk go to. Then, well, you know, I've never heard of anything bad really happening in Texas. This is the first one where it's not been a no-gun zone. Now, the story so far is that the guy, he killed 4 kids, ages 4 to 13, and 2 other people, and I don't have any information on that at the moment. Apparently, somehow somebody got a hold of the information in regards to this individual killing these people. The last kid actually died being airlifted to the hospital. Someone had information about this guy in regards to what happened, and they put that information, gave it to the cops, and said that where he was going, and this ultimately led to him being captured in a neighborhood with more family members, because this guy was their father. I don't know if these were his real kids or if it's biological, or adopted, or anything of that nature. Because as you're going to see in the link below, there was a police thing about that. Don't know if it's his real kids or his stepkids. So he killed these 4 kids, 2 other people, and he was driving to go kill some more. And that led to a standoff. So, you know, think negotiators, hostage situation, that sort of thing. And which ultimately he surrendered. So what's the outcome of this going to be? Well, from his side, we're going to find out a little bit more about this person. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the mother of the kids, she was out of state, okay? This is going to lead to us finding out more on the information. More on this character himself. Why he did this. Was he always this psychotic, or did he just suddenly splurt one day? What happened? Which is the information that we really need whenever somebody goes onto a mass shooting spree. What causes them to go nuts in the first place? What inherently causes them to do these things? But no, of course the left would always say, no, it's the gun, it's the gun's fault. If it wasn't there, Shut up. Just shut up. Now, I'm glad that this guy's going to get captured and rot in prison because, well, you know, people who do anything to a child in prison to actually wind up in prison tend to get treated like shit. My dad used to work at a prison. Child molesters, they had the worst lives there. They did, completely. Child beaters, same thing. So, you know, this guy being a child murderer, he's not going to have much fun at all. Another thing that's going to happen out of this as well, you're going to see the news paying attention to this a lot. Because, well, 1, it's a gun. 2, the site that I actually got what little bit of information on this is ABC News. Damn. And when I actually walked out of the shower to find out this even happened at all, it was on MSNBC, I believe. Because my parents don't like watching Fox at all. It's either CNN or MSNBC. One of the two. Now, of course, the political ramifications of this. Even though mass shootings have gone down, we're going to hear the left screaming, oh my god, this is those poor children. Those poor children. It's a horrible, horrible thing that this happened. Why don't we do something about this? Why don't we ban guns? Shut the fuck up, you pieces of shit. Whenever a black child or a Latino child gets killed, you don't say a damn thing. But as soon as it's a white child, yeah, you're gonna hop on that shit like a fat chick at a Weight Watchers convention on a pizza. Ah, fuck. And like I said before, unless this was one of those private neighborhoods that you see all the rich white people at, then I can't see how this happened in a gun zone, in a gun-free zone at all. So it's one of the first in a long time that I've heard about where it actually happened at a gun-free zone. Odd. But believe it or not, and you can check the FBI's website on this, the number of mass shootings have actually gone down in the years. However, I see nothing, every single time there's a shooting, anything involving a gun, so long as it doesn't involve minorities, people are going to pounce on that shit and talk about it as much as humanly possible. And the reason why I don't think they ever talk about things involving minorities is because, one, it can be construed as racist. It's more of a poor area issue than anything, in my opinion. Because that's where the mass majority of the crime happens, any poor neighborhood. Why do you think usually in trailer parks you always hear somebody screaming at another person? You fucked her, you did it. I actually spent like a week at a trailer park once. Terrible. And number two, because they don't ever want to talk about how these battered minorities, because of all the evil white men and how they done things, got their guns in the first place, which is under the table sales, being shipped in from illegal places. I mean, being shipped in illegally from places like Russia and Pakistan and shit like that. Because yeah, even though there's a large amount of guns that you can get legally under the table to be sold for illegal reasons, you can still get that shit transported that way. But why do that when you can do this? Well, if you buy in bulk, it's cheap. Yeah. Now, when I went to Job Corps, which is a place that has a lot of gang members there, I actually talked to somebody who was part of a street gang that was associated with the cartel, not actual cartel itself, associated with it. You know, one of those Hispanic ones that live down by the border. And he told me that they were using military-grade equipment from the Soviet times, when Soviet Russia was still up. So how did they get that? Well, when the Soviet Union fell, there was a fuckload of AKs, tanks, Hindies, and shit of that nature that went missing that nobody found. And a couple nukes, too. And guess where it wound up? On the border states, in the hands of the cartels. Yeah, just a little odd thing right there, if I wouldn't happen to say so myself. But like I was saying before, it's too early to actually get much information on the guy itself and why he did it, which is what interests me. Why did he suddenly go insane and start killing all these people off? Why? It's more of a mental health issue than it is a gun problem issue. If he still would have wanted to kill those kids and those two parents, or whatever the fuck they were, he could have. Does anybody remember that mom many years back who decided that because God told her to, she was going to go drown her kids in the bathtub? Do any of you remember that? She didn't need a gun to kill her kids. She baptized the shit out of them. And as such, I'm going to say this. Any person with any real logic here can see that this is not a gun issue, this is a mental health issue, like a lot of things. The only time I see somebody dying as a result of it being an actual gun issue is whenever you have a kid playing with mommy or daddy's gun because mommy and daddy were too fucking stupid to lock that shit up, and they didn't teach their kid how to actually handle it and respect it, and they got stupid and hurt themselves with it. or somebody else. But no, not here. Not here. This is just fucking stupid. And it's going to get misconstrued and used in the most incorrect way possible by the left-wing media. That's what I know. That's what I know is going to happen. Ugh. I can see TYT screaming about it. Thank you, you fucking fuck. Anyways, I'm gonna go post this to both Bullet Shogun and Flip the Angry Asian. Have fun. I want to know your thoughts on this matter. I want to know. Because this shit, it just pisses me off that this happens. But with all this shit that we are doing, spending our money on, why can't we spend a little bit more money instead of helping out illegals get stuff that they don't even fucking deserve? You know, all that free healthcare and all that other happy shit. America owes us. America doesn't owe you shit. You're illegal. Going to foreign countries and fighting wars for people who don't give two shits and a fuck about us at the first place. Oh, but we had to go in there. Well, why didn't we just send those special James Bond CIA type of guys to figure out where everything is and then take care of it that way? In Iraq, well, there was no real reason for us to be there in the first place, seeing as though Saddam Hussein, while he was sodomizing that country, didn't actually have any weapons of mass destruction. In fact, Iraq's infrastructure went to shit as soon as we left. Well, arrived. Yeah, if you want to give Saddam Hussein props for anything, he made a really good infrastructure for that country. Really good. Other than that, he was a dick. Now, I'm done with this rant and ramble. I want to know what you guys think, what you have to say. Have a nice day.